lost my mom and brother in a split second, and I was shipped off to another country I barely knew and to live with a relative I've never met. The only thing is that this is not my story. This is the story of Funke in This Motherless Land by Nikki May. Hi book lovers, it's been a while here. This is Between the Cover, and today I want to talk about This Motherless Land by Nikki May. This book follows Funke, whose life changes overnight after a tragic car accident claims her mother and brother's life. Her father sends her from Nigeria to England to live with her maternal family, people she have never met before. She's young, England is cold, the food is strange, the atmosphere is different from what she's used to, and no one seems happy that she's there. The only person welcoming was her cousin, Liv. Liv, on the other hand, her mother is distant and cold, and her brother is weird. So she was looking forward to meeting Funke, and they became best of friends. But then, just when Funke begins to adjust, another tragedy strikes, and Funke was sent back to Nigeria again. Now she's trying to navigate a country that doesn't feel like home, and she's trying to build a relationship with her father, who abandoned her for years in England without contacting her, and now she's just trying to fit in again. What I loved about this book was how Nikki May portrayed grief. Through Funke's life, we could see that grief is not something we just get over. Grief sometimes evolves, sometimes it lingers through our adulthood. Like through Funke's life, we could see that the grief lingers even in her 20s. She was still grieving her loss. So I just love how Nikki showed us that grief is not something you can just throw away like that. What I dislike mostly about this book was the character focus. At the beginning of this book, Funke was the main character, but somewhere in the middle she feels lost in her own story. Like she didn't discover herself. I don't see any happy ending in her story. Or did I felt that she did not discover herself. Meanwhile, Liv, on the other hand, she got her self-discovery, she got her happy ending. But Funke, which was the main character, I don't see anything she discovered about herself, and it felt like they switched character midway. I don't know, but that's the feeling I had. And again, I didn't like that the book was rushed at the end. This book at the start was very emotional. It had very emotional build-up, but at the end it was rushed because the second tragedy that happened was something big. Like I needed more depth, more details, but the book was rushed at the end. And the family reconciliation, like how? It doesn't happen that way. If I just felt so rushed, I didn't like that about this book. I wanted the character that I cared so much about to get her self-discovery. I wanted this book to give her a happy ending, but it is what it is. I don't know. It is what it is to me. I don't know. The villain in this book is nobody else but Margot. I call her Margot because she's a maggot. She's just so self-centered. Like I've never seen a lady that is so self-centered, even to your own mother. Like who? She's just so self-centered. So she's the villain in this story. Overall, I'm rating this book 3.5. It's such an emotional book. It's about grief, family, friendship, but I didn't just like how it ended. I wanted more depth to the character that I loved, so I wanted more details about her, but I didn't get that. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Have you read this book? What do you think? Do you think Funke was sidelining her own story? Let's talk about it in the comment section. Bye.